comes Jackie Love. Wants to make the difference. It's just broken blade in the Brav left.
I can't
he
watch.
is here to clean it up. No man left standing.
Cream even lives in TES.
I think, oh my god, I think a lot of things.
Inside the base, the Baron buff still on. They're looking at semifinals.
What a sad game.
TES.
What a sad series.
They waited 5
I feel like Caps was doing pretty good this series.
Love.
Oh, hell no.
A single fight was all it took. Top esports.
It's a horror series for me,
in the
you.
team fights. Kanavi
A horror
took
series.
control over the game.
Slow
And shut your fucking mouth, you're not even here.
But just
You lost to that, by the way. You lost to it.
Objective control, the
Top esports outperformed.
Kinda disappointed,
in the team
not gonna
fights.
lie.
Kanavi
I thought
took
G2 would be better
control
today.
over the game. And TES
I really thought
will
they would be better
return
today.
to the World
I thought their drafts would be
Semifinals.
better, and I thought their play would be better. I had higher expectations than this.
Slow and methodical at points.
So kind of disappointed, actually.
But just turning it on. The objective control.
Because they're better than this, no? This level G2 today, they're better than this, no? They showed like a worse level today than other days, I think. Or than how good they actually can be.
It's the cash
All right.
out. TES overeager, the shutdown for Hansama, but the pressure still mounting as the tier 2 falls. The Baron still there, empowering the remaining members of TES. Just a 1-for-1 in the end. The gravity field coming in 2. The ulti to follow. Hung with an ulti of his own, looking to lock down Hansama, who for now is untouched. The lifesteal is there, and he's living for an extra moment. But here comes Jackie Love. Wants to make the difference. It's just broken blade in the Brav left. He is here to clean it up. No man left standing.
Cream even lives in TES. They are going to go inside the base. The Baron buff still on. They're looking at semifinals.
I'm sorry, mama.
TES.
I never
They
meant
waited
to hurt
5 long
you.
years. Jackie Love.
I never meant to
5
make
years
you
since they've
cry,
been to a
but tonight
semifinal.
I'm
They
cleaning
don't
up
want
my
to wait
closet.
any longer. They don't want to give G2 or Caps a moment to breathe. TES, take down
Atakan
Caps,
gets-
take down G2.
We went
strike
out on
revenge
Atakan.
for MSI and move on to the semifinals.
We went on to Atakan. We went on to Atakan.
A single fight was all it took. Top esports
We went out on Atakan.
outperformed in the team fights. Kanavi.
Now he's going into Hansama.
Yeah, he's dead, he's dead.
Oh.
Nice! Nice!
Dragon?
Can we maybe contest Dragon?
The pressure still mounting as the tier
Very
2 falls. The
optimistic.
Baron still there, empowering the remaining members of TES. Just a 1-for-1
Oh,
in the end. The gravity field coming in.
Oh, no, no.
With an ulti of his own, looking to lock down Hansama, who for now is untouched. The life
Oh,
steal
Jackie Love
is there,
coming.
he's living for an extra moment, but here
Jackie Love.
comes
Oh, no.
Jackie Love.
Oh my god, Kim is buying so much time, sidestepping everything like we're a bunch of fucking bots! What are we, NPCs or players?
Standing.
Cream even lives
Fuck!
in TES. They are going to go inside the base. The Baron buff still on. They're looking at semifinals.
TES.
Bro, we are getting NPC'd. What are we, like, what is this? How can Kim not die there? What the fuck?
5 years since they've been to a semifinal. They don't want to wait
No,
any longer.
I closed the door
They don't want to give
because,
G2
yeah.
or Caps a moment to breathe. TES, take down Caps, take down G2, strike revenge for MSI, and move on to the semifinals.
Rip.
For 1 in the end, the gravity field coming in 2.
They can play the game, guys. They got a cash out. A cash out. Yay. Jackie Love will not kill everyone here.
Comes Jackie Love. Wants to make the
Oh,
difference.
Cream
It's
is doing it to them. He's moving on them. Oh, Cream did it to them, bro. He did it to them.
No man left standing.
GG.
Cream
GG.
even lives in TES. They are going to go
Like,
inside
the
base.
thing is,
Baron buff still
into performance, you
on.
often
They're looking
you
at
have to also
semifinals.
consider what their mentalities are.
TES.
Top Esports is willing to give the most OP mid laners on the patch
Jackie Love.
to
5 years
Caps,
since they've
and they're
been to a
willing to counter with things like
semifinal.
Akali, right?
They don't
Like,
wanna
that's a
wait
huge advantage
any
if you can
longer.
give
They
Orianna
don't
on this
wanna
patch
give
and you don't care.
G2 or Caps a moment to breathe.
The changes took them a step further.
Nah. Okay, I will not have this narrative. this team is not necessarily better than the 24 team because they went a little bit further. Okay? The 2024 team, I think, was better than the 2025 team. 2024 team just got a complete cancerous draw. And this team got a much easier draw where they got to play a Western team similar to 2023 in order to make it out. I think that G2 was better in 2024. It's just that the draw matters as to like how far you place.
That has been heavily expectations
Caps
when we
did
come
really
to this
well, man.
best of 5, and we'll be able to talk about that a little bit later. I do first want to shine a light on the victors here.
He tried his best.
A team that has been heavily scrutinized when they have stepped onto
players that really stepped up across the team when it
I think some of the prep they had for the
Every
series,
single time it was at these objectives, they just knew what to do better.
the way they
Yeah, I
drafted
agree.
just
I
felt a
think
bit
it was
strange.
series that came down
But they
heavily
must
to
have had a lot of
decision-making,
reasons for it, right?
And they seem to be the team that was always making the better choices. They're the ones that are putting the...
No, we have the right reads, so
Draft
technically we
wasn't
should
an issue
always
this
win
game,
these
no, I don't think
positions,
so.
and they did.
I think they
will
just
say,
inted it a little
G2
bit.
did drop the ball a few
A
times
little
at
bit,
some
a little
of
bit.
these objectives as well.
Well, it was a big talking point for
Yeah,
us. when
tomorrow
we
is T1.
Here,
Yeah, Caps is
Dagda,
very
for
alone in
a
this team.
that has been heavily scrutinized when they have stepped onto the Rift internationally, for a team that has been doubted at times in terms of if they
But I
can
thought their
close
macro
the
would be
door.
better. I think that's the biggest
Really
disappointment
doing
I
so.
have
think
from
their
today. Their
individuals
macro
stepped up,
wasn't that great.
and they had
G2's
stronger
macro.
performance.
And I think they did it in the style that they were known for in the LPL.
A lot of team mistakes, you know, being at the wrong place, late to objectives. Like first game, their objective control was really bad. The game that they played Rel, Corky. Yeah, the very first game of the series. Felt like their objective control was really bad. Their setups were really bad. I thought their macro would be better. Like even though this team is probably all Caps in the end, and has always been, I guess, I thought their macro as a team would be better than today.
Setting up dragons at the correct moments, and I just felt like they played a really kind of calm, composed series.
Confident series, I want to say as well.
Like I thought, if they were to lose today to Tess, it would be more so individual outplays from Tess than anything else. I didn't think Tess would be a better team than G2. I thought if they were to be on the same level, that the individual players on Tess would make the difference. I didn't think Tess would be a better team than G2, and that to me was the difference today. They were just a better team. They played the macro better. They were at the right place. Yeah, kind of surprised G2 level so low today.
Okay, I think G2 should make no roster changes.
Interesting. Okay, justify it.
That's my reasoning. I think they have...
Because immediately, unfortunately, every year when a team drops out, that's the first question that people start asking.
I mean, I think they should keep the same roster because, okay, at least they should keep Skewmon. Because I think this guy is very promising, right? Like, I think he grew a lot within 1 year in G2. And I think, of course, it depends on people's feelings. If there's some stress between players, maybe they should just kick somebody. But I feel like they should probably keep Skew, they should keep Caps, of course. And I think the only person they could... I mean, I feel like Top and AD they are very stale for a long time. But I don't know how they find replacement. I feel like in Europe we don't have replacements for Hansama. I think Hansama had a great tournament without, and we don't have a replacement BB. Even though BB did like 60 damage this game, like...
Hey, Shibal, guys. What is it to say?
Then letting the team fights come alive, and
what is it to say, you know?
Individual players that really stepped up across the team when it came towards those fights, but every single time it was at these objectives, they just knew what to do better.
Yeah, I agree.
Guys, Top East was just way better than them. Let's be honest. They are just fucking 100 times better than them. Like, it is what it is. The sad part is, I think G2, like, I think the roughest part about Europe, this Worlds, is not that I don't think that they should be better than most of these teams, right? They shouldn't be better. They really, really shouldn't be better. But when there's a chance to win, I just wish that we would take it. This game was such a chance to win, bro. They of course, they are worse than last year. Like I've been saying it the whole year, that losing Mickey, you will only feel it when you get to the games that matter at Worlds.
It was a big
I feel like all I want to see is just a team come in, even if they lose, just like look confident and play like you're not desperate from the beginning and like you're not expecting to lose. 100 Thieves, their run was good.
We really didn't feel
that was
like
acceptable.
it was up to par.
Yeah, I mean, I just really felt like
it wasn't perfect. Had some mistakes, but
they
didn't just roll over and die.
And it doesn't feel
like you should be kind of what Fly felt like, just rolled over and died.
Fly was just depressing.
From there. And to me,
such a crazy in for them too, because they looked so consistent for so long. Like,
we largely felt like they were doing
I guess, dude, it's really similar with happened to Liquid. No, like Liquid had like super close series versus T1 a couple times.
It was a cohesive unit, and I
looked like the NA team that could like finally make something happen at Worlds, and they just hard crashed and burned.
Yeah, and I agree. I think it's the
FlyQuest, kind of the same thing. I don't know.
An international event whatsoever. The first time you're seeing LeBron hit it to the quarterfinals, and
for the attack speed, if you want to have more damage on your abilities and autos, Collector does that. If you want to have lifesteal, BT does that. While Yuntal does not really give Draven what he wants, because you're not going to be like auto-attacking a shit ton in teamfights. Like if we watch this game, like how many times did Hansama really make use of the Yuntal passive and do a ton of autos? Pretty much never. Pretty much never.
On the case.
And then we go IE second, which makes sense. IE second is fine, but now we're in a position, like for example, there was this mid lane fight. Where was it? It was like here, or it was later? I mean, this was also tragic. The casters missed this, I think. But so here's Skumond. This Arakan start. If enemy team doesn't have Victor, this Arakan start is good. Why is this Arakan start good? Because you're forcing them to come into you. It's really hard to dodge the Poppy ult when they have to come into you and do a smite fight. So then Skumon starts charging the ulti, but Victor presses ult on him. Cancels Skumon's Poppy ult. So now if he was able to charge the ulti, he could ulti them here, right? Or even ulti 369 out. And it's like, even if Nafiri W's the Poppy ult, at least you get somebody out, so you get a numbers advantage for the fight, and it's playable. But when the Poppy ult gets cancelled, everybody's fucking stuck in this little choke against Victor. Victor's doing a shit ton of damage. Everything is fucked.